HMOs, again, the benefits of that, the obvious one is more rent. In our area, we can get about £2,000 for properties of about 125,000. And again, it's a niche market. If you do it very well, you'll be offering something in your area that nobody else would offer. In our area, no letting agency will touch HMOs. So obviously all the tenants will come to us if they want to be in an HMO. Any landlord who wants to purchase an HMO will come to us. So we've created a niche product and everyone comes to us because we're the only ones that do HMOs, and we like to feel that we do them very well, so you build your reputation. Less voids, well, you can have less voids in HMOs. What I mean by that is it's very unlikely you have 4 or 5 rooms empty all at the same time, so you've always got an income stream, whereas the family lets, if the family leaves, there's no income until you replace the tenants. And because it can be seen as a commercial enterprise, there are capital allowances which you can speak to your accountant about, which you can't get on family lets. Something to look out for. HMOs need a lot more management. You know, if you're going to try and do that yourself, you've got to try and manage 4 to 5 people instead of one family. So you need to, and that can be quite tricky. You get all sorts of issues rising. John phoned you up saying, Bill, come home last night, you nicked a beer from my fridge, I'm not paying my rent for that. All different type of issues that come up with HMOs that might not come up with family lets. Fire safety, you do need to do fire safety work for HMOs. We all want to sleep at night. If you get that wrong and a tragedy occurs, you're talking manslaughter charges. And you know, you want to sleep at night safely, knowing that those sort of things aren't going to happen, which means you have to get the council down to have a look at. It is a cost which you wouldn't have for a family lets. Furniture package, you need to provide beds, wardrobes, etc. if you're doing HMOs. You know, some landlords say, well, why do I need to do that? But then the obvious thing is, well, where are they going to sleep? Because a lot of people who actually rent on HMOs, they haven't got anything, and they will go and find a landlord who is going to offer them somewhere, a bed to sleep on at night, etc. The reciprocal agreement, police reciprocal agreement, that's something that we actually negotiated at a local level, which a lot of landlords don't do, which is a very, very powerful tool if you're doing HMOs or student lets. Because what that is like one day we got a phone call actually from one of our tenants that the police had bust their door down at 6 in the morning, searched the premises, didn't find what they were looking for, but the door's a PVC door and it cost over £1,000 to repair. The landlord wasn't covered because apparently the police have the right to do that sort of thing if they feel that there's activity taking place that they need to make a quick entrance into. They didn't. It actually turned out that the person they were looking for was the son of the former owner of the property. So it was nothing to do with any of the tenants there at the time, and nothing to do with the landlord, but obviously he incurred the bill. So what I said, I come up with this amazing idea when we were sitting and talking, that if they'd have phoned us up, we could have given them the key, they could have opened it in the lock, still got in there at 6 in the morning, still surprised the tenants, but they would have saved the cost of that door being smashed. So they thought that was a real fantastic idea. So they actually said there's an information sharing thing that people can have with the police, where if you give them information, they can give you information, but you need the agreement for that, for that to apply. So we got that agreement, and that's worked quite well, because now we can send off emails and say, look, we've got a tenant, what do you think of him? They don't need to say reasons why, but if they're a bit thinking that that's the type of person we might not want to share with somebody, then that's a powerful reason for us not to offer them a tenancy. And if you actually disclose that, which we do to our tenants, that we might do a police check, it's amazing how many people then might not want to be tenants of yours. And so just having that agreement in place can really be a massive benefit.